All right, this could be terrific. Let's see how this goes. Grandma buys grandson scary children's songs. This story starts out pretty normal, but
they're not supposed to be scary.
But wait for the punchline because it's well worth it.
We got a call from an irate grandmother who was so upset over an innocent gift she bought her grandson, she never thought it would affect him so badly. You may even own one yourself and not realize what it is.
What? Old grandma?
Debbie Jurgensen is a wonderful grandmother, but she's feeling awfully guilty these days because of a gift she gave her grandson.
To think that I gave this to him, thinking it was going to soothe him to sleep, and then to find out that he went through 4 days of pure horror.
Happy ending?
And was hysterical crying every time he went in his happy little room, and it was my doing.
Believe it or not, the gift Debbie bought was this stack of children's CDs called 101 Toddler Tunes.
We started playing the CDs and putting them on at night for the little guy, and he wasn't sleeping too well, and then my husband thought it might be the music, and I thought he was crazy. Until one afternoon I put it on to play with him in his room, and there was a Ladybug song.
This is just one of the songs little Michael had been forced to listen to while he tried to fall asleep.
Gotta fall asleep just by himself.
Yeah.
With the little stars on the ceiling.
And you know he's like scared of certain things in his room, little shadows. Maybe the chair looks like a monster when the lights are out.
I thought he was crazy. Your fathers get no credibility. It's like we just started playing some music. Maybe it's the music. What are you, crazy? What are you, crazy?
You stupid idiot. Go home and earn.
Been in that room.
Go to work and earn money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, something new was introduced.
Yeah, go put a roof over our heads, you useless piece of crap.
It's funny you picked that right up, too, man.
Oh, yeah, that's on my radar is just, shut up, woman. Yeah, mothers know everything except for nothing.
Let's look at it logically. What have we introduced to this child since he has had a problem sleeping? The music.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, it's not the music that I haven't listened to yet. That I let him a stack of CDs. I haven't even listened to one of them because I'm lazy.
Well, here's the song.
All right.
While he tried to fall asleep.
Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children will burn.
Will burn.
They will burn.
Why go home then?
Yeah, there's no hope in this song.
Just go get a drink.
Give the kid a little hope.
Just take that money you're going to save from the following Christmas and buy yourself something nice.
Will burn. Ladybug, ladybug, fly.
I can't believe this is what they're saying.
On fire and your children will burn.
Over and over again, too.
How great is that?
Children will burn.
I love that they're trying to tell the ladybug to get home to save their but they're singing it so sweetly.
Yeah, it's such a nice will burn. Da-da-da.
Your baby's being raped. You better hurry home.
Who knew this was going on, man?
The kids are all going to look like raisins with wigs. Nothing worse than a burn victim wig. Because it's always this perfect, and it never fits the head properly.
It's slightly askew.
It always looks like a hat. Because there's that space between the wig and the awful head. There's no way to fix it. There's nothing to integrate it with.
That's right.
There's no hairline.
There's no hairline at all. It's just like a stormtrooper hat.
Let's go to Rudy in Westchester. Rudy!
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Hey.
I was watching that story on the news, and they showed a picture of the kid. The kid was absolute oblivious. He was in La La Land with this stupid look on his face, and he didn't know what the hell was going on. And the grandmother was going on about happy, 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 and horror, horror, horror. And it just seemed so weird that this kid even had a clue as to what was going on with these songs. And it's just like blew my mind because I didn't believe it at all. But it did run me into a state of paranoia and have to go, listen to my kids' toddlers' songs as well now.
Yeah, nobody pays attention to what their kids are watching or listening to.
Or playing on the computer or anything. It doesn't matter.
I was in a bookstore, kids' bookstore, buying some books for my daughter, and there was this older woman came in and said to everybody, it's a cheerful kids' bookstore in Hollywood. And then this lady comes in and asks the sales lady, I need a book for a 4-year-old boy whose father died.
They have that section.
They have a section for your dad just died, you idiot.
How about mommy's roommate? How about big mullet lesbian moves in?
You're moving into a small apartment with
The parade of uncles.
loser.
Yeah. How about daddy had his brake lines cut and mommy has a new check?
How about read the insurance policy?
Yeah.
We got to go into these bookstores now and get some of these titles. All right, there's more to the story.
The children will burn. That's nice.
I was really disturbed because my father is a retired fireman who recently actually just lost a close friend. So she's starting to grasp the concept of, death.
Is he a ladybug idiot?
Is he a ladybug? My father's friend was recently swatted by a giant hand and killed.
Who cares
So
if ladybugs
she's starting to grasp the concept of, death.
I felt horrified because these babies are very precious to me.
And there were more tunes, like the Little Brown Jug.
Oh, Jug.
Little old shack we called our own. She loved gin and I loved rum. Boy, we had a lot of fun.
I mean, this is a toddler song.
It's about booze.
This is a toddler song?
Come on.
And this one, Casey at Bat.
Kill him, kill the umpire, shouted.
I mean, kill him, kill the umpire. I mean, that's not what you say to children.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, obviously, you never had any money on it.
Listen to the CDs first, you idiot.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with that? The children. It's not like he's saying molest the umpire.
No.
Or offer the umpire money to get in your van.
Kill him.
Kids.
It would have been funny during the whole interview. A ladybug lands in her hand and
or an umpire walks in and she just yells at him.
Kill him.
kill him.
Maybe this kid's not sleeping well because his family sucks. His whole family's a bunch of adults. And he's up night going, how am I going to be raised by these jack-offs? I'm not going to have any kind of a
doomed.
life.
They're blaming the music, and they're like, we didn't know if it was the music, because I would drink a lot, and my husband would hit me, and we would scream and yell, and we'd wake up, and we didn't know it was the songs.
Hey, the kid should be happy he has his own CD player at that age.
Yeah, no kidding.
Jesus.
Now, one of the things you should know is that these nursery rhymes aren't exactly new. Some of them are classics, and they've been around for more than 100 years. In most cases, they were a history lesson, like when the ladybugs infested the fields of England. Hence the song, Ladybug, Ladybug, Fly Away Home. So the big question now is, are the words in these rhymes appropriate for today's generation of kids and parents?
Ew.
That's the big question.
We got to attack everything.
The big question is, why does America stink?
Yeah, that would be the bigger question.
I'm so tired of stuff like that.
No kidding. Nicole in New York.
How about London bridges falling down, but at least they're not jumping off it like they are the Golden Gate? Huh? That's the updated version for today's kids. Run with that. Got production staff, go.
Do it. My daughter, kids are supposed to not. My daughter and I were eating lamb chops one day, and she said, she's 3 years old at the time, and she said, what are we eating? And I said, lamb chops. And she'd been to a farm recently and petted a lamb. So she said, are there little lambs inside of this? And I said, no. I'd never made the connection with her that she eats animals.
What a stupid question.
Yeah, I know. Are
little lambs inside? Of course there aren't.
Yeah.
You dope.
So I go, no, and she says, well, are these pieces of a lamb?
Ah, now she's catching on.
And I go, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Just told her yes. So we're eating a lamb like the one I petted? And I said, yeah. And she says, I like lamb chops.
Oh.
She's like Hannibal Lecter. No, she
didn't expect that.
There you go.
She likes eating animals. She's full aware that she,
top of the food chain.
She loves ducks and she loves eating ducks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did the lamb make you perform fellatio? Did he sodomize you? No.
He was a good lamb.
Hey, let's go to Nicole. She's got something pretty good.
Hi. Yeah, I took my 3-year-old brother to the library, and the librarian pointed me over to this section. I guess she thought I was like some unwed teenage mother. So there's like, why you had sex when you were 10, and there's a book about Uncle Willie's pickles, and how to deal with molestation, and why is Daddy in a casket?
All right, wait a minute.
And they have
hold on.
Why is
I have an assignment.
Yes.
I have to read Uncle Willie's pickles.
Yeah.
Could someone go out and get Uncle Willie's pickles and get it over to XM for the second half of the show today?
Why is Daddy in a casket? Sounds awesome.
Yeah, maybe
Daddy's
a bad driver. Or maybe Daddy meant... go ahead,
Nicole, because it's going to be much more exciting here. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Nicole.
This whole section is like in the middle of the children's playroom, like pictures of really tickling kids, like awful, awful books.
You know, I want you to have a sandwich just full of Uncle Willie's pickles.
The thing that bothers me is that people want to protect their kids from reality, but then they want to sell them stuff. Like that's what's acceptable is like Fox Kids, where they're selling them toys and cereal with loud noise and MSG and sugar. Like, nobody cares about that. Yeah. That's fine. But don't mention to them that things do die and that it's okay that things die, especially if it's your stupid father.
Well, the daddy in the casket thing does seem a little morbid. Like, how could that possibly play out?
Maybe
Why is daddy in the casket? Well, he's going to be in it till bugs eat his face. Yeah.
Daddy borrowed money from a man and Daddy couldn't pay him back. It's a lesson. Maybe Daddy mingled with someone of a race that he shouldn't have. Here.
For the Brady kids, why is Daddy in such a little casket?
Why is Daddy face down in a casket with a permanent arch in his hips? Well, you know, that man, he played on TV.
Why is Daddy in a closed casket? Well, because his face is pulp. God. Because we couldn't reconstruct his...
No.
Lady.
I wouldn't play that.
Do you think there's room in our society for these old-time classics?
No, I don't think so. The kids today are smart and they can pick up on things like that.
Well, you know what? 100 years, one complaint. That's not too bad. Okay? All right? That's a good track record.
That's true.
Good point, Rich. Good point. Helium Comedy Club all weekend for Rich Voss.
And it could tie in, actually. We'll have to just change and update it. How about immigrants fly away home? Huh? Give me those ribs, you.
Well, let's see what a child psychologist has to say about this issue.
There's nothing inherently wrong unless you want to do away with Snow White, Hansel and Gretel.
But child psychologist Dr. Victoria Beach doesn't understand what all the fuss is about. After all, she says, children have been listening to these nursery rhymes for more than 100 years.
Casey at the Bat was in 1888, and it was published in the newspaper. Very famous poem. Way over the head of toddlers.
Kill him! Kill the umpire!
Quite frankly, if you don't want your children to hear "kill the umpire," you should never let them watch a baseball game.
And her advice to parents is simple.
Children will repeat what they hear. So if you don't want them repeating it, don't play it.
So for Mom and Dad, you heard the doc. The bottom line is pretty clear. Just use your discretion when it comes to your kids if you don't like what you hear.
Yeah, just let them listen to soulless Barney and Elmo.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Teach them nothing about anything and...
Or
milk toast.
They'll chase him across the street in Crown Heights with a bat.
What is wrong with him? Hey, we're going to find that book for Jimmy?
Oh, my God. Uncle Willie's pickles. It's all I want.
Where's
I'm
that?
obsessed with them.
We got to find that.
Uncle Willie's
pickles does he have?
I know, exactly.
He's got a bunch of pickles.
Well, I guess Uncle Lee had a lot of friends who also had pickles.
We're going to do the walkover in a couple minutes here, so if you got that book, come find us. We'll let you check out the second half of the show.
Let's throw rocks through the moneylender's windows. It's based on history. Come on.
Let's take their teeth.
Oh, send them to the camps. Send them to the... What? It's history.
Send them to the camps and their luggage will follow. Luggage will follow. Yeah, that's true.
Use the hair for soap.
Yeah, just because it's based on history, one person's like, well, these are based on historical. Oh, okay. That's good.
We'll drop leaflets, then bomb them.
Yeah. Burn those shadows on the bridges. Burn the shadow.
Slaves are very useful.
They lift heavy things.
You get to own their children.
And you can examine their teeth first.
Chained to his radiator.
Do you know that aphids are eaten by ladybugs? And they say aphids reproduce so fast. They're one of the fastest reproducers. That after X amount of time, short period of time, they would outweigh the planet. Can somebody look up aphids?
Wow.
They say that ladybugs and the fact that they prey on aphids.
We should kill all the ladybugs and say, fly away home.
I forgot
your house is on fire and your children are burning or something.
You fucking whore.
Yeah, exactly, ladybug.
And left them alone in the house, you fucking drunken cunt.
Yeah, stop flashing your bug cunt all over town. To the fucking black beetles.
Care for all the kids that are tumbling out of your bush, you stupid whore.
Get off your shelf for 5 minutes, you hole. And fucking clean the ladybug toilet.
You fucking
With all the microscopic
black spotted cunts.
Fly away home, bitch.
With all the microscopic organisms out there, how are we still alive on this planet?